I quit my family business after 15 years and it completely fell apart. After 15 years of unwavering dedication, I walked away from my family's business, causing complete chaos in the company and serious financial trouble. The reason? My father always favored my younger brother, and I had finally had enough. Growing up, my father built a plumbing company from scratch. What started as one man and a van eventually grew into a well known successful business with multiple employees. I was always proud of what my dad accomplished, and after finishing college with a degree in business management, I joined the company with a clear goal to help it grow even further. Meanwhile, my younger brother Matt was living a carefree life, bouncing between odd jobs and spending his time partying. While I worked long hours, studied the trade, and built efficient systems to modernize operations, he was posting gym selfies and bar hopping. For years, I worked tirelessly, 60-hour weeks, missing social events, and dedicating myself entirely to the business. I streamlined our scheduling, upgraded inventory management, and improved customer service. Our reviews skyrocketed, and revenue increased by 40% within 2 years. I finally felt like I was making a difference. Then, Matt decided he wanted in. With no experience, no real interest in plumbing, and zero contributions to the company's success, my father welcomed him with open arms. Not only was he given an inflated title and a salary nearly equal to mine, but he also got a fancy office with a window while I remained in a cramped space near the restroom. His job? Taking clients to lunch, handling social media, and showing up for stage photo ops. Meanwhile, I was running the actual business, making sure things operated smoothly. The breaking point came when I overheard my father discussing succession plans, excluding me entirely. Matt, the golden child, was being groomed to take over, while I, the one who had built the company's success, was nothing more than an afterthought. I swallowed my frustration and kept going, but deep down, I knew something had to change. Then came Julie. She was hired as the new office manager, and from the moment she walked in, I admired her intelligence, confidence, and her work ethic. We connected over shared interests, and I eventually gathered the courage to ask her out. She said yes, and for the first time in years, I felt like something good was happening for me. But 2 days before our date, I found her laughing with Matt, completely engaged in his stories. By the end of the day, she had cancelled on me and ended up dating my brother instead. It was another bitter reminder that anything I valued could be taken from me. 6 months later, they got engaged. At a family dinner, my father made an announcement that shook me to my core. As an engagement gift, he was giving Matt the new company truck that was supposed to be mine, as part of my promotion. It was the last straw. That night, I sent my resignation via email. The fallout was immediate. My phone exploded with calls and messages from my father, mother, and Matt. They accused me of betraying the family, but I knew the truth. They had never truly valued me. The next morning, my father showed up at my door, furious. He tried to guilt me into coming back, claiming the business needed me, but I had finally realized that I was nothing more than a workhorse to them. I refused to return, and when he threatened that walking away from the business meant walking away from the family, I accepted that fate without hesitation. Within weeks, the company started falling apart. Jobs were mismanaged, clients were unhappy, and revenue plummeted. My father had no idea how to run operations, and Matt, completely out of his depth, was making costly mistakes. Employees started quitting, contracts were lost, and soon they were struggling to make payroll. I started hearing from former coworkers. Some plumbers messaged me, frustrated with the chaos. One told me Matt completely forgot to schedule a critical repair for a major client, costing the company thousands. Another mentioned how invoices were piling up because nobody knew how to handle the accounting system I had set up. It was like watching a slow motion train wreck, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of justice. Meanwhile, I landed a job with a competitor who immediately recognized my value. Not only did they offer me better pay and a leadership role, but they also promised a partnership track, something my own father never even considered for me. Within weeks, I was making more money, respected for my expertise, and actually enjoying my work. And as for Julie and Matt, their relationship wasn't as perfect as it seemed. She quickly realized Matt was unreliable, self-centered, and all charm, with no substance. I heard through mutual contacts that she was covering for his mistakes at work, constantly making excuses to clients. By the time I ran into them months later, she looked exhausted, like someone who had made a mistake but was too deep to back out. She even tried to apologize to me, but I had already moved on. Today I'm thriving. I have a new job where I'm respected, a new truck that actually belongs to me, and most importantly, I found someone who genuinely appreciates me. My life is no longer about proving myself to a family that never valued me. The best part? When I ran into Julie and Matt at a hardware store, I was with my new girlfriend, an architect who is strong, independent, and nothing like Julie. The look on their faces when they saw me happy and successful was priceless. And when Matt awkwardly tried to ask for advice on fixing the truck my father gave him, I just smiled and walked away. Sometimes, the best decision you can make is to walk away, even if that means leaving behind everything you once thought was important. Because in the end, the people who truly value you will never treat you like you're disposable.